Why do adventurers always shout the entirety of your spells? Kinda cringe. Just calculate the spell in your mind. Aim. And voila. By the gods. A coin. How fortunate. Wait. That's illegal. The only difference between flirting and harassment is your level of attractiveness. Skeletor is off to HR. Dad, I hate elevator music. Family, why? Dad, it is bad on so many levels. What you ordered? When it came. When the work crew gets together. Horrific. Terrible. Terrific. Drinking water fans. Soda fans. Agreeing that sparkling water is disgusting. Why the hell does Squidward's skeleton have toes? What about the suit engraved in SpongeBob's skeleton? When you say you like aggressive girls and she toss you on the bed. Calm down, you're scaring me. Everything you like I already liked it 900 years ago. Got any fatherly advice for me? If a baby is fussing on an airplane, be patient. The parents are just as upset at the situation as you are. When you're an introvert and end up accidentally getting dragged along somewhere with your friends. Spring is right around the corner and Gillette sales are about to skyrocket. My mom at checkout. You must not fail. Go. Me being sent out to find onions. Me as a kid using the force to open the automatic doors. The freshest thing in this kitchen is that pigeon. What's up, Big G? Daniel Boringcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe. Hey, you going to sleep? Yes. Now shut up. You won't ever know the original joke. Geez, why is there so much traffic today? Praise King addicts be like, just one more good boy, then I'll quit. When your brother helps you beat the boss, but then continues to play the game instead of handing it back to you. Actual life problems. Me with fake scenarios. You're doing great. EA. Normal game. Plus $69 open full campaign. Plus $50 multiplayer. Plus $27 DLC. Plus $99 premium membership. Daily. Plus $25 to unlock settings menu. Plus $149.99 to unlock gameplay. 4chan reviving out of the nowhere after being hacked and axed. Paying a mechanic to fix my car. Trying to fix it myself, even though I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'll probably break it even more. Yours is perfect, babe. The tight ones hurt. When you read your 5th doujinshi today, FBI agent, horny police, hot singles in your area. Yeah man, I'm chilling, vibing, thugging it out as some would say. Stop being horny, you piece of shit. It's just a natural urge. Childhood be like, you ask your mom yet? Nah, she's overdosing. Trying to deal with personal traumas and flaws. Accepting them. Bro, installing coilovers is so easy. It takes like 1 or 2 hours. You have to remove like 5 bolts. The 5 bolts. I'm making an omelette. Flips omelette. I'm making scrambled eggs. Norway has the largest boob size in the world. Iceland has the 2nd largest boob size in the world. Both Iceland and Norway are some of the happiest nations in the world. I love Moid. I wonder if he's thinking about me. The dinosaurs in Jurassic Park were all girls, so they didn't have to animate floppy dino dick. Blow my mind. The object of golf is to play the least amount of golf. Damn, why does my stomach hurt so much? Also me. Little Timmy realizing he doesn't want to play with action figures anymore. When you and your best friend are practically the same person. When your ear randomly pops and your hearing suddenly increases by 45%. Dudes will make 0 moves on their crush and then proceed to post this. Maybe I'm just meant to be lonely. Me and my boys in our 20s having a conversation. Who gives a duck about politics? Me and my boys in our late 40s having a conversation. My allegiance is to the republic. To democracy. Me. Sigh. I wish I had that one friend. You know, most stuff is overrated anyway. Also him. New job, they paying me $35 an hour just to go through a room starting tomorrow. When you forget where you live, so you tweet out something controversial and a user DMs you your address. Thank you, random citizen. Real estate agents, when you tell them posting something on Zillow and filling in the names on a document isn't worth $35,000. Cave divers checking their oil level. Me listening to any conversation that I had to take my headphones off for. I should get up and be productive today. But what if I get up and accidentally achieve something? That would set a dangerous precedent. The eternal struggle. Sweet Home Alabama. My crush told me in the future she wants her kids to marry mine because I have a good heart. What zone am I even in now? I will enjoy my VC to the fullest. What a good VC. Entering a flat with shoes on. In America, this is fine. In Germany, listen here you little shit. In Japan, you are already dead. My girlfriend as soon as I take my meds. Slender Man if he hated college algebra, none of this matters anymore. Car starts making weird noises, pauses the music, complete silence. When you switch sides to face the wall. Just a little life hack to know which key goes in the front door and which goes in the back door. Brother, I crave the forbidden lamp. Don't do it, brother. No, brother, please. Icarus flying too close to the sun. 60 BCE colorized. You're a girlfriend, right? Just wanna let you know that he sent us your nudes. Me. Opens fridge. There's nothing to eat. The multiple fruits and vegetables. Are we a joke to you? When I'm given verbal instructions. Can you repeat the part of the stuff where you said all about the things? MILF. Memories I'd like to forget. I wanna waste a couple months of your life. The plane in my math class after I calculated its length to be 2 feet. Brown-eyed girls. Your eyes are so pretty. Oh my god, thanks, yours are cute. Brown-eyed guys. Our eyes are the color of shit. LMAO. What's up, doc? You need to stop masturbating. Why? Because I'm trying to examine you. If you feel like something missing in your life, it's probably me. When you found out she was a lesbian and was only with you for your boobs. Me when a rainstorm doesn't get worse. My depression being exorcised from my body after someone said don't be sad. Be his peace. Me. Journalists who got assassinated by the CIA. Journalists who won the Pulitzer Prize. If Elon Musk ever walks up to me and offers me $100 billion or a dictionary, I'll take the dictionary every time. That way I can look like the real definition of being retarded. JZ when he sees Beyonce walking wearing lingerie. I'm easily attracted to men with power. Me, I just paid my light bill. Teacher, this isn't the kind of project you can do the night before and expect a good grade. ADHD students. Right, chuckling. Stereotype. African Americans love chicken and watermelon. 90% of the population, when they realize they also love chicken and watermelon. Man, maybe I'm black. Girls, why do boys say nice every time someone says 69? Boys, the law is the law and we can't change it. Greg. Your kitchen seeing you take the cucumber to your room. Me. Anyone trying to justify pedophilia. When I don't fap for a whole week. Baba, what kinda cut you want? Guy, ever played Minecraft? Baba, say no more fam. Me in mirror. Me in pictures. The model's face when shooting for a cheap clothing brand. The model's face when shooting for an expensive clothing brand. The guy who added a search bar to the settings app. All of humanity. She finally texted back after 15 hours. Now I'm gonna make her wait 27 seconds. How are I supposed to live, laugh, love in these conditions? I called my boss and asked if I could come in a little late. He said dream on. I think that was really nice of him. Dude chill, she said rah to me first, I swear bro. How nice guys think Shrek works. Times I respected women. My dog as soon as I take a bite of my food. Parachutes were invented in 1783. People before 1783. Would you rather ride a dragon? Or let a dragon ride you? When you hungry as duck and somebody else's food getting brought to their table. Me after I eat a single chicken wing. Thanks man, you're a lifesaver. Nas be on the corner like, you got them senzu beans? Oh no, my phone. Please, please. No crack. No crack. This is all your fault. Me leaving the cyber cafe with 500 shortcuts on my USB memory. When she says oops hit a curb, but you heard a human scream. The cashiers when I place a see-through plastic tube, lube, latex gloves and a hamster on the counter. This game is so goddamn annoying. I wish it would burn in hell. Proceeds to play the game. I just hope I look like mirror me in real life. Me after telling my little sibling you're adopted and walking away smiling. I don't need to write it down, I'll remember it. Me at the store. Me shows my forklift license. The girls around me for some reason. I can't wait to grow up and get married. When the class average is 52% and you got a 52.5%, there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere. I saved a Samsung phone from breaking. I saved the galaxy. Ghosting everyone for no reason. When that one fly in your house keeps landing on your leg arm, the lion, the witch and the audacity of this bitch. Which turns me into a frog. Now suffer. Me chilling on a leaf. Which, wait. Me experiencing happiness for the first time in my life. Which, wait no. When you smash the girl you met at a party but realize it's a family reunion. Be very aware that it's sacrifice season right now. If a goth girl suddenly takes her interest in you, don't fall for it. According to a study, men change their bed sheets once every 4 months, while women change them once every 2 weeks. Men that change their bed sheets once every 2 weeks. Maybe I'm a woman. Japanese samurais when they run into London street stabbers. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary. 2 things I don't have. Money and shame. Me when I wake up in the morning. Me after I take sip of water. When you eat shrooms and wander around looking for random pipes to jump into. Me after telling a girl I love her, so she can tell me I only see you as a friend, so I can finally have a friend. Sometimes, my genius is, it's almost frightening. Sick caveman. My head hurts. Other caveman. Cuts open their head. Sick caveman. Dies. Other caveman. Noted. Well, that was unexpected. Me. Close ads. I reassembled him. A Rye artists be like, it ain't honest work. In Texas it's against the law to possess 6 or more Shrek's toys, but there's no limit on guns. Until we meet again. How it feels after the slow driver finally moves out the way and you have an open road ahead of you. Are you 2 friends? No. Yes. Welp, we had a pretty good run, Earth. Maybe it's time to wrap it up. Psychics, universe is giving us some messages. Universe. Penis ha. Marvel. Something they can't explain. Quantum. When your black friend calls you his N-word. Me in the cinema watching Spider-Man NWH claiming I'm sick. My teacher who claiming he's busy. Just because I'm Indian doesn't mean I'm gonna ask for bobs and vegan pics. I mean, I'm going to, but not because I'm Indian. Me as a kid, who I'll never ever date a girl in my whole life. Future me, he's right you know. Vest, yeah, that makes sense. Sleeveless shirt, yeah, I can see that. Wife beater, what the duck. Female character does this in the show. Character development. When you're in that blissful purgatory of being between holidays, where there's nothing to do except eat sweets and watch movies. I never knew being fat and lazy was so rewarding. Women. Lizzo is a beautiful woman. Also women when you tell them that they look like Lizzo. Despicable. Retract that statement and apologize at once. Man locks himself in hot car to prove that babies and dogs are cowards. When you max out one skill and forget the others. Gamers with anime profile pictures are all virgins. Change my mind. When you get home drunk and your son starts harassing you saying things like "Hi dad." When Japan has to put these signs up because all the American weebs don't you woo. $350 penalty. Can you multitask? Yeah, I can listen, ignore, and forget at the same time. Dude, how are you so good at boxing, man? Boxer, I train every day. Dude, so you got a punching bag at home? Boxer, no, I have a wife. Dude, something's wrong. I can feel it. Oh, an artist. Wow. I wonder what he's drawing. Is he drawing me? Bully, how do I bang your mom? Me showing bully my mom death certificate. Bully showing me necrophilia court warrant. Me and the boys who have a peanut allergy. Somebody's going to die tonight. My dad. Just finishing his 24 pack. My silly ass not realizing I'm about to be sent through the dining room wall. Humanity watching Earth get destroyed by aliens because for some reason NASA thought sending a probe in space with a map of where Earth is located was a good idea. I wonder what sport these athletes play. When you're almost out of popcorn at the cinema and you accidentally chew the corn kernels that didn't pop. Everyone, did you really think lots of people would watch Snow White? Disney, kinda. Will Smith, I'm leg. Me, I need to stop being lonely and talk to people. Someone, hey, me. Society, if flat designs and minimalism never exists. Europeans, they are the funniest creatures on earth. Americans hoarding gas. The Americans. Me chilling with my school rival knowing we both did well in life. When Christians die. When Buddhists die, respawn. Switzerland. 1 in 2 citizens has guns. Lowest crime rate in world. Americans. You know death is more merciful. What omnivores eat according to vegans? What vegans eat according to omnivores? Modern supportive husband. Low. Ultra. When your squad died and it's you against the last team. American Gothic. American Gothic. When you're really high, so you go mute and the homies ask if you're alright. You get a brand new computer, much better than the previous. Now you have to re-download everything. Files, games, apps, etc. Facts. Somehow, every time a corporation tries to use memes in ads to relate to younger audiences, it's always incredibly cringy or an outdated meme. Your inventory after completing Skyrim. Children at the aquarium be like, no way it's Nemo and Dory. Saying sorry, saying my bad, saying sorry at a funeral, saying my bad at a funeral. Donates money to a charity for blind kids. They won't see a penny of it. Woman, you don't need to be shy and look down all the time when we talk. The guy who looks down because he has a foot fetish. 1990s. The rest of human history. We really have to work our entire lives just because someone wanted a kid. How I sleep knowing I never bought a textbook in college, and it negatively affected my GPA. Going for a cig. Forgot me lighter. Got me lighter. Where's the ducking cig? Girls. Uses 5 different shampoos, hair conditioner and moisturizer. Boys after using engine oil in their hair. Not sure if everything is expensive, or I'm just poor. Our language is called mother tongue, because the father never gets a chance to speak. When you wake up 4 hours into your 30-minute nap wondering what's happening. What is my purpose? You download Chrome. Haters, why do veterans always get benefits and discounts? Veterans. Gonna cry. Also veterans. My back. Me wanting to see if the Uber driver gives me 5 stars. They've made 0 progress in 12 years. 2013. 2025. People who go slightly above the speed limit. People who go exactly the speed limit. People who go under the speed limit. When I'm in a hide and seek competition and my opponent is Moon. Ocean tides. I raised that boy. Me trying to prove to my dad that I'm an adult. When you calculate your finances and you have more money left than you anticipated. That's impossible. When someone invades your personal bubble on the subway to look at the map behind you. 10-year-old me after discovering that I can produce fire using magnifying glass. The power of the sun in the palm of my hand. British actors doing American accents. American actors doing British accents. Black cats mean bad luck. Black cats. Bees are chill. Duck wasps though. Isaac Newton. Things my dad taught me. WD-40. Things I retained. Things I forgot. People using AI. Jobs. Array using AI. Scientists naming other galaxies. Alcyoneus Condor Godzilla Eye of Sauron Triangulum Andromeda Eye of God. Scientists naming our galaxy. Milky Way. I wish I was at home playing video games. The music is too loud. My feet hurt. I'm hungry. When you just started dating and find out you have different kissing styles. Man, how is it that my feet smell if it doesn't have a nose? And how can my nose run if it doesn't have any feet? His wife who asked him if he would still love her if she were a cat. How the economy feels after deciding to fall apart when it's your turn to be an adult. I can finally go to heaven. God looking at your search history. No. Me. The exam was difficult, wasn't it? That annoyingly smart kid. Actually it was super easy, barely an inconvenience. Feminists, why can't women be shirtless in public? Guys, we don't care, do it. Feminists, well now I'm not doing it. My fandom is the best. The fandom. My boss magically summoning pizza every time I ask for a raise. Fetish I hate the most, inflation. How I look at my blind girlfriend, listening to her talk about her toxic exes, after changing my voice for the 3rd time this year. Normal heartbeat. Deceased heartbeat. Heartbeat when you start to pee, and it goes in another direction. Wearing socks for 10 hours straight. Re-wearing socks after taking them off. Dad, I'm going to buy some milk. Mom, he's going to buy some milk. Me, Dad's going to buy some milk. Morgan Freeman narrating my life. We won't be seeing him again. Hi honey, I'm finally home from my 18-hour shift at the Amazon warehouse. Lol, I made twice your salary today by selling my used underwear on eBay. Realizing they gonna shut down Skype forever. I'll never forgive Microsoft. Telling a stoner they have an addiction. Telling an alcoholic they have an addiction. Yep. Immigrants who have lived in country for couple of years when they see a new immigrant. What people think men want. What men really want. When the carbon monoxide alarm goes off. Finally, some good ducking sleep. When you show her your Pokemon card collection. How to calm your angry girlfriend. Shh, you're acting just like my ex. Stop producing cigarettes. Just say it gives cancer at the back of the box. Top 5 Soviet leaders ranked by their eyebrows. 1. Brezhnev. 2. There is no number 2. There is no competing with Brezhnev. Ever since I was a kid I knew I wanted to write MLs and work cross-functionally across teams. Me on the 31st of December. Haha, I haven't showered since last year. Friend, you're supposed to say that tomorrow. Me, did I stutter? People fighting in the WhatsApp group. Me collecting stickers. When you pretend to be drowning and the hot lifeguard comes to save you. Yeah boy. Binging a whole series for 15 hours straight. Sitting through a 2-hour movie. Father, why are you crushing chalk? Kid, I will sell it in plastic bags just like Big Brother does. Father, wait a minute. It's Shrimple. We grill the Batman. Melts tungsten. Comfortable. Absolute zero. A couple trying to have a nice time on their date. Me. Absolutely demolishing a meal meant for a family of 4. When your boss tries to call the company like a family to convince you to do unpaid labor, but you're disillusioned by capitalism, your technique is useless to me. Me as a 5-year-old, when my sister tells me there are numbers below 0. Laughter, you dumb bitch. Daily showers are purely performative and have no real health benefit, experts insist. By Akshit Patel. Quick, just give me the nib man, my boss will be back any second.